My name is Vincent D Souza. I'm one of the coordinators of the Madras Day celebrations. I'd like to tell you how we celebrate Madras Day and how it is unique. The way to go about this is that we actually act like catalysts and try and encourage clubs, associations, campuses, colleges, schools, women's groups, NGOs, whoever they may be, hotels, restaurants, whatever. We try and sort of see if we can plant the seed of getting an idea that can focus on Madras and then celebrate it during that week, which is August 21st to 28th. And that's why it's unique. We don't try and get sponsors and try and pull in money and then have a big mela, but we encourage people to come up with their own ideas and celebrate in their own way. So just to give you an example, for example, there are people from the YWCA in the city who wanted to have a talk given around a pretty well-known pond that they have on their wonderful campus. That place is a heritage place, and not only for their members but for outsiders. They wanted to have a talk that would be related perhaps more to the environment. So that is one idea. There's another group called the Vintage Heritage Group, which actually screens clips and songs and has meetings on everything to do with the old Tamil films. So this time they're putting together clips of song numbers or scenes that were shot entirely in old Madras, and they're going to be showing it. They wanted a place, and therefore there was another guy who had this place, who had the screen, and he's willing to host them. And here's a good marriage that takes place, and therefore, and then of course there are going to be lots of talks that will be taking place this year. So one group lists out all the speakers and the themes that they are special in, and then goes to different hotels and tells them, can you give us a hall and some coffee and biscuits for the guests, and then puts it together. So this is the way things work, and it's worked pretty well because people take charge of these events. They run it the way they want it, just that we want it to be focused on Madras. We don't regulate people. Now if some 100 people want to run on the Marina Beach and call it a tribute to the city, so be it. So this morning I had a call from one of the publishers called Tulika, and they wanted to get children to read the stories which they had published on something that had to do with the city or a setting of the city, which we said was fine. And they're going to be going about talking to other schools to see if they can provide the space for these readings. So this is the spirit of the celebration, and therefore we try and encourage all of you all to think about ideas that you can execute, and if you need some space or maybe need the money or the resources or the screens or perhaps projectors, look for them and look for partners, and then and group together and have a celebration, have a film show, have a talk, have a walk, just have a picnic party to 10 lovely places that you haven't discovered yourself. So it's so easy to do. There's no big money required, and different people do things the way they would want to do it, and I think that's why it's grown. For what it was just 4 or 5 events, it's now grown to about 100 events across these 8 days. So if you want to do something like this, just go ahead and do it. And if you're looking for partners, just email us.